Hey there, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to do another case study based on the actual data from an ETF or a portfolio and see how that can help us pay our monthly bills. Again, it's not how much you make. That doesn't really solve the problem. Yes, making a lot is fun, but how do we actually apply that to a real life? So in this particular circumstance, we're going to take an income ETF and an ETF that pays a decent amount of money. And we're going to look at how that might have played out over time, right? We want to get paid in this particular case study, right? Okay. Growth is great. Love growth. We'll be talking about growth. I have growth in my accounts. But there is a big problem with just doing monthly bills with growth. And of course, that big problem is how much is enough. If you're going to sell shares, let's say I'm going to grow my portfolio to X and then I'll sell shares and live off that. Well, we're back to that question. Is it 4%? Is it 3%? If you go back to the dot-com crash in 2000 and you're selling shares and you're using QQQ, your withdrawal rate is like 2%. Okay? Otherwise, you go bust. So that's a real problem. Grow, 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 but how much is enough, right? It's what Bud Fox asked Gordon Gekko way back when, right? So that's a problem. The other one is if you're going to use margin and not just sell shares, it's still how much is enough. How big does the account need to be before pulling out a certain amount? Let's say we want to pull out 10%, not 4%. Well, how big does our account have to be? Because we have no income really coming in. So if the market goes down and we're still pulling out, that's the double-edged sword that can really cause trouble. So there are these questions and these problems. Now, I think we have answers for those, but we'll talk about the growth answers another time. Regardless, it's not an easy calculation, and I don't think anyone's talking about it. We'll do that in the future. But today, we're going to do an income ETF like we said. And the reason we're going to do that is because this is a really good one, and also because income ETFs solve this problem. It's real simple if you go this route. If your income from your ETF or your portfolio is greater than your bills, maybe not just do it the first time, but let's see a couple months, several months where your payments are larger than your bills, guess what? You're done, right? I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's a real easy way to chart your path to financial freedom, whereas growth is fun, but it's also difficult, okay? When income is above, you're done. Now, the problem is income can't drop. And a lot of these high yield ETFs are very variable. All right. Again, there are ways around that too. And then they have use cases also, but that becomes a problem. All right. So anyway, this is what we're looking at in this particular example. We're looking at income increasing over our bills. Okay. As always, here are our assumptions, but if it's your first time watching this particular case study, here you go. Let's assume a $25,000 account. If you'd like to make it more meaningful, make it 250 or whatever, right? You can just multiply by 10. We're going to withdraw in our case study, or hypothetically withdraw $500 a month. Now, we'd love for our income to just beat that right away. And if we use more money, maybe we could, but we're going to trying to start with less than what we need and build this up over time. So let's withdraw $500 a month. And our third assumption is we're going to use our income, right? We're not retired. We're pretending we're still in the real world. And we're going to just put $500 in from our paycheck or from any source, okay? So we're putting 500 in. We're taking 500 out, but we're still going to build and build and build, right? Until our income, again, exceeds the amount that we need, okay? And then we can theoretically stop. So we're going to add until we don't need to add anymore. Now, the one we're using is SOXY, and it's yield max. That causes people a lot of anger and fear. But this was one that they changed. This is a target ETF on semiconductors. It's not trying to pay you 100% yield. This pays a very modest yield. And because it pays modestly, people love that. Everybody loves to see the stock chart go up, okay? Now, it could go down if the payments are the same, but the problem that YieldMax and others ran into is the chart went down. So yeah, you can maybe ignore that, but then the payments went down dramatically too. You can't ignore that. So that again is a double whammy. All right, but this is SOXY, SOXY. Whoa, that's no dividends or distributions added in. It's been doing quite well since inception, right around January 2025. Now, I call this the from your pay stub right into your portfolio, or right into getting paid, or right into making payments, whatever you want, a fancy name you want to give it. SOXY. Okay, now here's how it would work. We start with 25,000, right? And that was the price right here of SOXY back in January 1st, 2025. That's when it was introduced. So if you divide that by the price, we would have had about 500 shares. Okay. At the end of that month, or after the first, there's a distribution paid. You can look this up. These are all actual numbers, actual price, actual distribution, 53 cents. So if we take 500 shares times 53 cents, it paid us $266. Well, we know our bills are 500. So we have a problem here. We're short. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to take that from margin. Whatever is left over, we'll just take from our margin. Just press a button and send it to our bank account. So we have a negative $234 balance, right? The shortfall after the first month. Okay. Next month, we put our 500 bucks in and we buy more shares with it. So even though the price has gone down, we got more share. Well, not even though. Right? Price goes down, that's actually a little bit good because we get more shares. So now more shares. Oop, distribution went down. Didn't like that. So we got paid out. Even though we have more shares, we got paid a little less. Darn it. There's our bill. So now we're 249 short. Add those two together, right? And now we're down. Well, not down. We have a negative margin balance of $483. This number is important here. You take this amount and divide it by the portfolio amount just to see how much margin we're using. We don't want this to get too high. If it gets to 60, 70%, we could be in danger of having to sell shares. That's when the margin call, the dreaded margin call, comes. We want to stay way, way super far under. 50% would be a great guideline, or even less, okay? But we're just at 1.96% at the moment. And then the third month, we put our 500 in, price drops again. We have more shares, distribution stayed the same. We got paid a little bit more, but we're still 244 short. So now our negative cash balance is negative 727. Margin usage has gone up, but still at a very reasonable spot. Okay, and that's how it starts. And then we just keep going and going. Again, I track this for my DIP program. I do a lot of these, several case studies like this, and you can watch this in real time. I update it in real time each month. Okay, so you can see how this is going. But let's fast forward now to April 2026. You saw how it's done. We put 500 in, and look, portfolio has grown quite a bit. Well, you saw the chart, so we could have guessed that this probably would get bigger, right? We now have a lot more shares, 642. The distributions have gone up over time. That's pretty awesome. So now it pays $418 a month, which is almost to our level. We're only short 82 bucks. Now, over time, we've accumulated a negative 28.71, but our portfolio has risen nicely to 41,000. That divided by that is 7%. Again, very reasonable number, right? At some point, if our income gets big enough, we could start paying that off, or we just leave it and just pay the margin, the low margin rate each month, and just have that be part of our expenses. Okay. So again, this is not financial advice. Consult a financial advisor. Do not risk any money you cannot afford to lose. Again, not financial advice. So let's wrap this up, or at least summarize it. According to the data, so far, SOXY has grown from 25K to 41K. We're using margin. We're not selling shares, right? So we're using margin the whole time, but our portfolio is getting bigger, right? Some of that's due to the money we've added, and some of that's due to actual increasing of the stock price. The margin usage is holding. This has been, if you obviously are a DIP member, you can see what that percentage is each month. It's been 7%-ish for a while now. Okay, so it's just kind of holding there, even though stock market has been very sketchy since November 2025. The monthly payouts are almost at 500. So again, we started January 2025. This video is being made in April 2026. So it's been a year and 4 months, and we're already almost at our financial freedom number for the parameters, obviously, that we've set up. Pretty great, right? The portfolio has grown. Our payments have grown. Our margin is reasonable, and we're almost there. So again, that's why I'm talking to you about it. So what are the dangers? Well, this is a semiconductor ETF, and what's going to happen if tech takes a huge fall, right? This ETF is definitely going down. A bear market will hurt this ETF for sure. Maybe a lot. We don't know yet. And it also might hurt distributions. We saw it dip a little bit, but we've also seen it grow over time. But if you look at the numbers, I don't know if you agree, but at least to me, it's done an excellent job for almost a year and a half, which is pretty fantastic, right? And it's definitely worth keeping our eyes on. All right, as always, if you want tons more portfolios like this and tons more case studies, you can join the dividend program, DIP, the link in the description. Again, you get all sorts of things updated in real time. And if this video is at all useful to you, please like and subscribe so Tim and I can cry together. I'll be back with another one soon. Bye for now.